Alright, Scott, so what we're looking at with this box, lateral pelvis shift, we want to eliminate the sway, which by and large you have for the most part. I think you're a little restricted in your hip turn. I want you to work on rotating your hips, do some exercises to loosen up your hips.
I'm trying to do that.
Now your weight is a problem. You can see here on the pressure, the body track pressure mat measures how hard you're pushing against the ground. You can see you have 80% of your weight on your back foot, which is a problem.
That's while I'm swinging or at address?
That's at address. As you take the club away, your weight is still 72% on your right foot, but more on your right toe. Alright, now as you come into the ball, your weight does get to your left foot, which is good. But it's on your left toe. It should be more in the middle of your left shoe. And you're unloading the shaft a little bit early, so you have a little bit of the shaft's leaning backwards a little bit, so you're adding a little bit of loft. We'd prefer the handle to be leaning forward a little bit at impact. So what does that mean? That means the shaft should be, instead of looking like this, we'd prefer the shaft to be your hands a little forward of the club. Now the reason you do that a little is because you start your downswing with the wrong segment. You get a little too much hands and upper body. I want you to work on getting your lower body to move a little more. You do shift your hips, you do get a pivot. Your weight does shift a little bit. It's pretty good. A little bit of hands behind, so working on your impact position at your house, trying to get the handle of the club, drag it along the grounds, getting the feeling of leading with the grip end first. That feeling of holding on to that angle a little bit longer is something you should be practicing with a drill or an exercise. And but overall, I mean, that's a good swing, but you're losing power because of it. So get a little more hip turn. Try to eliminate it's a little bit of a scoop. Drag and lag is a good drill. Working on drag the club across the ground to get the feeling of sustaining your impact. You can see that forward lean there. That's a good drill. And then the lag drill, what you do in the lag drill is you start with the club parallel to the ground, and as you start down, you're releasing early. What we want to do, see how the lower body shifts toward the target, and the handle is well past the ball before the wrists uncock. So working on that feeling would be a good idea. Well, you do a drill. In the lag drill, you start with the shaft parallel to the ground, and here both arms are straight, wrists are fully uncocked. And then as you start the club toward the ball, you're going to, we call it cock it on the downswing. So you're working on that feeling. So as you can see here, as I start this club toward the ball, I'm actually adding lag. I'm adding load to the shaft. So you can see this right here. Watch. Watch this. Here. See how I'm adding lag, or I'm adding load to the shaft there. We're trying to create some load here. And that's how you hit. My name is Jim Estes, and today I'm going to talk about a drill that I think is extremely important for the swing plane. So what I want you to do is, and this, by the way, is going to give you an instant understanding of exactly the feeling you want to have in the golf swing. Take a club. You can put a rod, alignment rod, in the grip, or I'm sorry, in the butt end of the golf club. Take the golf club, turn it like you're going to hold it, and then what I want you to do is take that club, put it right against your left hip, so you're holding both clubs here. Now you've got an alignment rod on the ground and a golf ball, and what I want you to do, getting into your good posture position, your weight over the arches, feel balanced. The insides of the heels are going to be about the width of your hips. Take a swing back, slow motion, and trace with that alignment rod the target line all the way up. The shaft should be parallel to your target line at the top, and then slowly coming down, trace the line. And do this in slow motion. Right into the impact position. So this is a great feedback tool, visual feedback tool for learning the proper swing plane. Go right to your impact position. I encourage you to do this drill in slow motion. And if you have 5 minutes a day, if you do this drill every day, I guarantee you're going to improve your golf swing. So again, I think you'll find this to be extremely helpful. JimEstesGolf.com if you have any questions.